day, yo. Like, if I could ever talk with you, first off, I'm gonna ask you, do you think you got good box? And then, and then I'm gonna ask you, can I try
I
it?
already knew that was coming. And you would be very open to that.
Nah, and I don't mean try like I ain't tasting that shit. That's too many dicks to be known that be up in there. Yeah, that's too many. Yo, I don't understand. And I know sex is relevant. It is what it is, but that's a lot of dicks in your vajayjay for any nigga to want to eat your box. Like, but that's why I say, does she have good box or not? She must have good box. Well, maybe she don't.
I mean,
Like, is box good enough to keep you?
Kanye married
Is
her.
box good enough to keep you? Like, will
No,
you keep fucking a chick? Will you keep coming back if she's like toxic to you? She don't
personally, me
cheat
not.
on you, but y'all argue, y'all back and forth, y'all y'all tip it, yeah, whatever. But the fucking sex is off the fucking meter. You're like fucking when you fucking sitting there drunk and you
That's
sitting there
like
with it on toasted bread.
What's up, everybody? It's your boy Richard Picasso. I'm out of character. Sorry, I just heard that because I'm a little hungry.
Man,
So if I eat during this episode, I'm sorry. 'Cause I haven't really eaten that much. I had I had a dope sandwich even last night too. But oh damn, look at this! Look, it got the fucking. You pressed this right?
what?
You pressed it on
Yeah,
like a
yeah,
sandwich thing.
grill.
Yo, look at this shit. Look at that. You got it on camera?
Yeah, you got it.
Look at that. Look at that. That's how you supposed to. Now this is the moment of truth.
Mm-hmm. Of course, it was good when it first came out. It was all nice and toasty and shit. But it ain't bad now. I'm not saying it's bad now.
No,
It still tastes that Monterey Jack cheese
no.
does it.
Mm-hmm.
That Monterey Jack cheese hits that spot.
Yep. I could feel it going to my body like.
Ah.
Mm,
You know when they say when you eat like deer and elk and animals that are always running for their lives and animals that eat outdoors. When you eat out that food, your body genuinely feels like it's getting like superfood.
like
You,
that Liver King dude.
well, supposedly he's exposed.
Mm-hmm.
Supposedly he's exposed
I
in
know.
emails.
I know.
In emails.
Oh my dude.
I mean, come on, man.
You ain't gonna have a body like that doing natural shit.
I don't know that. You know
No, I
why?
know that.
You know why I don't know that? Cause I don't work out and I don't work out to the point where it's like I'm looking up fucking steroids and things to take to
No.
make my body bigger or better. But I do know, bro. I've seen people get big over 15, 20 years.
Yeah.
Like Mark Wahlberg is pretty fucking big.
Yeah. I'm not taking anything
And
away
not to
from
say Mark's not on anything, but
no. I'm not taking anything away from like Liver King and his workouts or anything like that because at the end of the day he still kind of had a message of like, hey, you gotta really did he had like some 8 level key thing,
yeah. Nah,
but
yeah,
you can you could look at him and you can tell okay that nigga's on something. He had his stomach look that's called like a roid gut.
it looks like a Ninja Turtle shell.
Yeah. You can't get that. I don't care how many sit-ups or fucking squats you do. You could do 1 billion of them shits. Your stomach shouldn't look like that. Your stomach shouldn't look like if I shoot a bullet, it's gonna deflect and shoot me right in the head. I don't care.
I'm gonna tell you something, though, B. Strangely enough, I think there is a world where that shit does exist. It should exist. Like people get caught for cheating on drugs all the time, right? Like look at Lance Armstrong. He got caught for cheating. And then when they went back and they tested everybody's piss for those years, all them niggas was dead. So everybody on steroids, and yet the guy that works the hardest or does the most work is still the guy to come out with the W. Regardless if Liver King took whatever, my point to you is that, just like you said, what he made, like this nigga's in the snow, pulling a car, pulling this, eating that, giving people's levels of life to live. All that shit is like the back end. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody, every hero is like part Batman.
Hmm.
There's no person that we find a hero that don't have some deep dark secret doing something right at the moment that's bad. Come on. Martin Luther King. they were getting at him in his legacy because he was cheating.
Mm.
You know what I mean? They found it
Yep.
on the tapes and shit. Think
Yeah.
about that though.
Yep.
Such a great man, and I'm not knocking Martin Luther, but come on, you're gonna tell That's why I be finding you religious niggas funny to be thinking Jesus didn't have a bitch. You know what I'm saying?
Mary Magdalene.
But religious niggas funny and shit. Like, like he didn't have a wife or a woman, or he didn't fuck. You think that dude didn't fuck? That dude that could walk on water and everybody throwing pussy at him? You think
Yeah.
he ain't fucking?
His pullout game was just great.
And nigga, he didn't even pull out. I bet you, if Jesus was so dope, he probably didn't fuck him. He just went, and they went, ah. You know what I'm saying? He probably didn't fuck him. But my point
I
is,
wouldn't be charged for that.
what?
I would charge like you with the Son of God.
What you gonna charge? Everybody's fucking, yo.
Like on some money Ponzi
They
scheme
come
shit.
from a time where it's like
There's no
only
science.
only the rich were able to look a little bit more civilized. For the most part, all the people in the hoods and the bad places, they were probably smelly.
Yep.
They probably had long beards and bushes.
They were dying younger.
It's not like they probably had their own music and shit that they sang, but they don't got that wappa da boop that we got today. They're steez and all that.
But those
wappa
Wappada Boopas
back then.
Those Wappada Boopas came from the hood. They didn't come from a civilized society. If you look at any form of
Yeah, you're
music, if you look at
So
anything,
they probably made it too.
look, it's like when you look at like jazz, rhythm and blues. It's like that came from the fucking ghettos.
Mhm.
That didn't come from like no orchestra, Carnegie Hall type shit. It was black people in the hood, and probably some poor whites
Mm-hmm.
jamming along with them, playing like, "Oh, I'm in the hood, just struggling." You singing pain,
Mm-hmm.
but as time went on with R&B, it just became a lot more sexualized.
Well, you know why? Because we got richer. And there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with us getting richer and us getting better and not having to sing about so much pain and struggle. Now they call it mental health.
Yeah. Like anything you do is mental health. He's clapping his hands too much. Because he's happy. Oh, no, he needs some pills.
Yo, I'm telling you, yo. And like I said, like I just been learning more and more about things that we ingest that aren't good for us, right? And that's why, like, you see, we started with you eating that sandwich. Assumingly, I would choose to start taking more control of what goes in and out my body. You know what I'm saying? Like, pause. I would like to take more control.
Like, I don't want this in here. Stop. Get out of me.
You gotta chill. You got that gay shirt on right now.
Put down the Patreon.
I love this shirt. This is dope.
Oh,
How was your week, bro?
you know what? I had a very fulfilling week. It was a lot of learning, and at the same time, very excited. Like Monday, they relaunched the Dreamers House thing downtown. Shout out to Ferris Wheel J for starting that. He's really dope. Met a lot of cool people. They had a little showcase thing, and it was fire. Wednesday, I saw my boy at the Artist Den in the Hard Rock Hotel, Coda the Friend. Shout out to Coda the Friend. Like, if anybody knows him, he's been around forever, like in the underground, and he's now got a lot of some mainstream success, but he's independent. That's the bro. He's fire. So I'm there. And then Friday, I went to Side Talk NYC. And then, I saw Spider Cuz, Audrey Losa, Coach Dills, Nems got to do a performance. And they had like some actors there. Sheck West was the headliner. But I left before Sheck West because it's like, I felt like the only millennial there, even though I wasn't. And it's just a bunch of Gen Z kids. Like, I'm looking around the room, this dark ass room. I feel like I'm seeing high schoolers around me. I'm like, damn, I feel like I know I'm here. I want to be here, but I know I don't fit here in this fucking crowd with niggas jumping around, pop running, doing mosh pits with each other.
Oh, they were?
Yes, they were mosh pitting and fucking, hey, fucking like, hey, they be in the fucking center just going off and shit. And I'm like, oh, why did I show up? And then I saw my boy Coach Dills, he was there. I saw, again, my boy Leslie Lowe show. I saw Spider Cuz around the room and shit doing its thing. And it was dope. But then, I just ended up calling
Ain't it weird? Ain't it weird? Not to interrupt you, but ain't it? Because I've been I was listening to a podcast the other day. I forgot where, but Joe Rogan and Neil Tyson.
Neil deGrasse Tyson
Neil deGrasse Tyson. There you go. That's
from the
why.
Bronx, Castle Hill. He's from my area.
That's
What's
what he's
up?
here for. Yo, but he said it. He said, it's not really. It's not really. You know how you see somebody in another place in another country, and you're like, oh shit, small world. What you doing here?
Yeah.
He was saying nah, it's not. The world's not really that small. That there's a certain formula on why that happens. We met Spider Cuz going to a comedy show weeks ago.
Yes.
Now you find yourself in more rooms with him. Just
walking around.
Yeah, and what what he was saying was, that's not just small world. That's not just small world. We're more connected with each other than we really get. Not so much in manifestation form, but in our actions and how we travel and what we're doing.
Yeah.
We're more bound to meet one another if we're doing the same thing.
Yes. Yeah.
That
makes sense because when I got reached out by Steven, shout out to Steven, I forgot his last name was like Pentildes. Shout out to Steven Pentildes. If I say your last name wrong, I'm sorry, bro. But
you're very good with names, so don't fucking.
I'm not. I want to be respectful of him too, but
no, but you remember names. You say names good. So.
Yeah, because my boy just randomly was walking the street and he was walking next to Adam Sandler.
Really?
Yeah, and he got a quick video with Adam Sandler.
Shit, my brother tried to do the same with Ben Stiller, and he said Ben Stiller was an asshole. Ben Stiller was like, nah.
Probably wasn't on that type of time. Like,
I was like, if Kanye would have approached him, maybe he would have felt.
Yeah, you saw that video where Kanye just went through the whole fucking crowd just to give a guy, like, if the guy was trying to take a picture, and the security guy was like, no pictures, and Kanye was like pushing the line, making like a Noah's Ark just to get to this guy to take a photo with him.
He went on Alex Jones with the mask on.
Right,
go ahead.
Before we get into that, just to go off your point of the Neil deGrasse Tyson thing, but it makes sense because we're at an event, and he got booked by Spider Cuz, and then you keep going to events that are just like going outside, having fun, at like hip hoppy events. You're bound to meet the same people all the time.
Well, yes and no though. If you're at the right events, we keep speaking about that as well. And we have to be honest. You got to be at the right events.
Yep.
That's not just the regular room you're in. If the people around you's level of success, and I'm not saying that's how you judge your own success, but I'm saying that's how you get a hint. You know what I'm saying? If you're in rooms and you see people around you and you know these people around you, and now you're in those same rooms, now they're knowing you. They're getting to know you. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't want to be in these fucking, on the come up, I guess is different. But you respectfully barging, you ask for your way into these spots. You know what I mean? You get invited to these spots. You get invitation. People look for you.
Yeah. I'll tell you right now, for the side thing, I paid the ticket to get there. But I got the early bird, it was like $35, which was no big deal. Like, I don't mind to pay as long as I'm gonna have a good time. When I get there, Coach of Deals was like, hey, you wanna go up to the VIP? Mind you, the VIP was an extra like $35 more. And there was barely anybody sitting up there. I'm like, yeah, fuck yeah. So I ended up just seeing like fucking Spider Cuz and them just sitting talking to each other. Just having a great time. And I'm looking down and I'm like, damn, this is a way better view than fucking being in the crowd. Like, I felt important. It felt dope just to be around these people. Like, I'm not a person that looks to try to get exclusive access anywhere. Like,
but you do appreciate the people though.
Yes.
You don't, and that's one thing.
I don't beg. It's like, for example, like I talked to Coach Dills because after the event, I drove Coach Dills to his synagogue, like where he was going to, and we had like this
mosque.
He was going to a mosque, a mosque place. I'm respectfully, synagogue.
No, we don't know nothing about this shit.
Yeah, I don't know nothing about that.
Neither.
I don't know more than what kind of game.
Wait,
anyway,
he's Muslim.
No, he's Jewish.
Oh, so he was going to a synagogue.
He's going to a synagogue.
There you go.
So
you do know, see?
Yeah. So you make me like mosque. I'm like, what? Anyway, like we were talking, he was like, damn, I lost my point after that.
You say you drove him in the car.
Yeah.
And you were talking with him, about. Oh, you said you don't look to be in these spaces with these people. You just.
Yes.
Get.
And we're like talking, and on the phone, like he's on the phone talking to, like his management. He has like a management, and he's talking about booking for the next 3-4 months of all the places he's going to perform at. That night, he had a flight for 7 in the morning in Miami for Art Basel to perform on the stage at midnight in Art Basel, a paid gig. And I saw like the video, and there's like a huge crowd and
Art
people
Battle?
fucking Art Basel. It's in Florida. It's like
Didn't Cardi B's there?
yes.
Yeah, I just saw New York Nico poster.
Yes. So you never heard of Art Basel?
Yo, bro, I'm like when it comes to certain things, when it comes to places and venues and events,
Yes. Okay. Well, quick summary. Art Basel's like a art. It's like it's in the Wynwood district of Miami, Florida. It's like a very artsy place. Like a lot of different showcases happen at the same time. Different art galleries. A lot of artists go down there to showcase like their art, and then there's music. It's like picture South by Southwest if it was more hipsterish.
I got you.
And I went there 5 years ago, back in 2017, and it was dope. Like it was very fun. Went there with my father. We got to explore Miami. Get the vibes out. I definitely thought about
All
going.
that ass.
All that. Oh yeah,
All that ass.
I'd never seen so much ass
As I
on
get
one
older,
beach.
yo, I'm telling you,
Just walking the street
I,
in the bar.
finish that, but I want to let everybody know now. This is not personal, but it's happening on purpose. But it's not personal. I am slowly deleting everybody I don't interact with on Instagram.
Me too.
The reason being for me, I don't interact with a lot of people at all, but the reason being for me is because I just want to see things in my feed that I want to see. So that's cars, hunting videos, my friends and family, of course, and a whole lot of ass. That's it. That's all I want to see in my feed. Whenever I don't go on Instagram, I post and go, and then I repost whenever I look at my fucking DMs fucking once a day. Listen, when I open Instagram, all I want to see is ass. That's what it's there for. I'm convinced. Pretty things. Whatever you find pretty in your eyes is what should be on your Instagram. Not just because you met somebody and you follow them and just, no. If you genuinely don't interact with the post, if you genuinely don't talk to these people, you just have it there to say that you're friends, I think it's a waste of time. People need to start filling their Instagrams up with photos and videos of things that make them happy. What do you think, Rich?
No, I agree.
Why are you deleting people?
Like I'm deleting people because
you don't interact with them. There's no reason to be there.
It'd be like kind of the same thing you saying. Like I follow them, and then after a while, like when I'm doing all these posts
and the ass,
and some ass, but it's like if I'm like constantly posting, and then like you show up on my feed with like something that's like not really interesting to me, why am I gonna keep following it?
Or not only that, spam. Like yo, bro, I
get the fucking requests I get.
I respect my niggas hustle.
You building your 10,000 followers up?
I respect my niggas hustle. I respect all y'all. Even if you're not my ninja, even if you're not my friend, I respect the hustle.
I don't know.
I don't though subscribe to being forced to like your art. I'm calling a spade a spade. If your music isn't to my liking, I'll buy a shirt before I follow you. I don't want to follow you. I don't want to follow you if it's just because you make music and I make music and we know each other. And nah, I should genuinely like what I see on my feed in my phone. You're not always gonna like what you see in your messages, but you should genuinely like what's in your phone. Like, do you keep pictures of your ex-girlfriend in your phone after you broke up with her? Why do women do shit like that?
I know. I cleaned it all out.
Why? But women will have
literally this morning.
Like, but that's my point. That we spoke earlier in the morning. And I told you what I got taught back in the days. When you stop fucking with them, you just delete them. You let it go. You don't talk to them. You block them. There's no reason to talk to them because if there was no reason to keep it, right? Then any further engagement is just toxic. It's common sense. So you block them off. You do it, and I think it's the same thing with what you see in your eyes because we're always in our phones. Yo, like I said, I know women that keep pictures of ex relationships and ex times. For what? To look back at it? Yeah, to look back at. He's like, yeah, to look back. Look at his face.
I try not to dwell on the past, but yo, they force, because that's the thing with, even with like, mainly with women, they always gotta go back to the past. They never want to look to the future.
Well, when it comes to what they know,
Yeah.
when it comes to relationships, we're not talking about your everyday life and education and sports.
No.
No, we're talking about relationship
First, so it's
bias, personal relationship bias that we,
we
as
experienced.
as misogynistic men, have an opinion about.
Don't tell me misogynist. I'm not misogynist.
I know you're not, but when you have conversations, people take it out of line. So I'd rather joke with these motherfuckers and let these niggas know that we're not that way. But these are honest opinions because what we've witnessed and gone through.
Yep.
You know
And
what I'm
I've
saying?
only been through it one time.
Well, I just, like I said, I just know people that do it. I know dudes that do it. I know dudes that got pictures with they. Why? The only picture and video I'm saving of you is a triple X one. And even that might get deleted after a while because that makes me sad. I used to hit that. I can't hit it no more.
Why do I want to keep looking back at this shit? Like,
Why am I gonna keep looking back at it? Like,
like
and that's how I feel about my Instagram feed, G. Why am I gonna keep these things that genuinely I don't want to look at? The other day I unfollowed somebody and I followed them back because I felt bad. And then I was like, you know what? Fuck that. I don't talk to this nigga.
I'd be doing that too sometimes. And then like, no, I hate when I like unfollow somebody after they didn't like or like engage with them after a while, and then like I post something, and then they'll end up liking and commenting like weeks later.
I could hide their shit though, right? Where it just doesn't come up, even though I follow them. I just thought about that.
You could do that on Facebook. You can restrict, but you on Instagram you can't.
You can't restrict where you just don't see they shit.
Actually, you can. You can't actually. You can restrict them. They
I
can still
find
follow.
that
You
more-
can still follow them, but it's like they're on block, like ghost blocking them.
I find that more disrespectful though, yo, because there's been several times where, cause I'm a nobody, but there's been several times where I've been out, and I'm having a great conversation with somebody, like, yeah, that's fine, and the person be like, I follow you already, and I'm like,
who the fuck are you?
But I met them before, so I just never
No,
followed them back.
Yo, no, but for me, it's the opposite. I follow them, and then like I'll see them months later somewhere else. So I'm like, who are you?
Oh, see, now I just don't remember them
Because I don't
follow me.
Because I don't see or they don't engage with none of my shit. I would engage with everything
My
they post,
point.
and it's like
Point.
I don't know you. You don't because you don't fucking talk to me or say anything. So when I see you in public, and it's like, oh, good. I've been liking all your shit, but you haven't been liking mine. I ain't gonna be like that to your face. But it's like,
But that's the point, and I think it's more disrespectful, G, when like we do see each other face to face and do follow one another, and then it's gonna be like, you don't like none of my posts, or oh shit, you're restricted. You know what I'm saying?
they don't even tell you you're restricted.
Shit, I'd rather just unfollow you, and then like if you give me a reason to follow you, you pop back up in my algorithm or something like.
Hey, look, I told you, I just blocked.
It's not personal.
No.
It's my phone, my eyes, my brain, and what I want to see to make me happy in this fucking phone culture.
I
How many times do people argue in the fucking metaverse and text messages and say
I'm
what
not
they
in the
want?
metaverse like that, but
No, I mean that's what I call text messaging. Text messaging arguing is being in the metaverse.
Yep.
Because you're not really there in front of that person. So you're allowed to say whatever the fuck you want to say. And there's no reaction that can happen. How many times does somebody driving their car and really walk up to somebody's house and slap the shit out of them? Not never. Maybe nowadays in the hood they shoot, but a smart nigga wouldn't put that in the message. Feel me? So you're just airing some out of messages and they're just airing out. Y'all not getting to a fucking medium because both people are just talking shit. Like that's why I say our way of communication and what we ingest in our bodies and our brains, we got options, yo. I know that this bad shit is there, but we ain't gotta do it, my nigga.
no, I'm at this point now, especially in my life, I refuse to engage because so many times in my life I've like want to be like the mediator or extend an olive branch to somebody, just trying to hope. There's always that little speckle of hope that I'm thinking it's gonna work out, and it's like, fuck, why I ever needed you in the first place? What exactly have you really given me from day one? You gave me a lesson, but it wasn't a good one.
Yeah. No. Any lesson's a good one. How you learn the lesson don't feel good. You know, any lesson's a good one, but how you learning it, it never feels good. Most of us are hard headed, and most of us won't take their advice from somebody that's mad close to you and may know you better, right? Won't take that advice. But then you'll hit the wall yourself and be like, fuck, I should. You know what I mean? Like most of us are like that. We never learn until we actually learn for ourselves, and that's just human nature. You know, that's why people that believe in like things that they believe in megalomaniacally, like over the hill and just yo, those people are so intense to me because I'm like, how can you really feel and like that's an absolute, whatever it may be. I know, you know, some people are just crazy about acting or crazy about this, but that's not their absolutes, bro. They got other lives that they deal with. They got other things that they deal with, and if they don't deal with them, then that's when the uprise and the uphill begins. That's when Heath Ledger dies from popping pills. You know what I'm saying? That's when you don't deal with life. When you think that you're the absolute of whatever it is you want to be. You're not a yo-yo.
Hmm.
You're a fucking person. And there's things that you have to deal with as a person other than doing what you love. You know, that's just the fact. People, I feel like that's why some artists are so great. That's why we get such greatness from them. But they're in such toxicity. You know what I'm saying? Like, look at Kanye.
Oh god.
His next album's gonna be a monster. I bet his next album's gonna be dope. It's gonna probably break records on selling. He's probably gonna do mad shit, right?
Very.
But look what we getting from him.
I gotta get a muffin here in this.
Go ahead, my nigga.
Keep going. Keep going.
Well, he's this from what I've been told. Because I'm refusing to look at any more interviews by him. You guys are giving him fuel by giving him platforms.
Yep.
You guys are giving him fuel. You guys know
But
that.
look where he's going though.
What?
But look what the interviews he's doing to Matt. Like he went from doing shit for Dream Champs to now doing Alex Jones. It's like
I'm gonna tell you something about Alex Jones, bro. There's nothing. He's wrong about the Sandy Hook shit. He's wrong about a lot of shit, but he be right on some shit. Okay, and the fact that a person can be wrong and be right on something, isn't that what your God is? Isn't that what Jesus Christ died for sins and all this shit? Right? We're all right and wrong in a sense. He just got a bigger voice and used his money to fucking boost it. But the things he was right on, be kind of fucked up. Bohemian Grove, it'd be kind of fucked up. Epstein, he was right on Epstein for how long? Be kind of fucked up. You know, but what he's wrong on is fucked up too. You know, you don't talk about people dying and saying it's fake. You don't do that. You don't talk about people dying and saying it's fake in no manner. You never talk about another person dying. You got no right to that. You don't know that you don't got no right to talk about people dying whether you think it's fake or not. You can make an enlightened comment like Columbine shouldn't have happened. Cool. Columbine didn't happen. Not cool. Like, yo, I don't understand. And that's why I say Alex Jones, I could get. Yo, he got sued for mad money for his comments, bro.
but like how much money he got?
I'll check. He got sued for mad money.
Like 40, like 46 million or some shit.
Yeah, but yo, he got that shit, no problem.
Some crazy.
1 billion.
$1 billion.
1 billion. 1.5. Oh no, he filed for bankruptcy after. Of course you did.
Of course he did.
That's what 50 did. Signed all his money over to fucking Whack 100. That's what 50 did. But yeah, like my point is that.
I thought Game did that.
Or maybe they both did that. It's the fact that's what niggas do when they gotta pay a lot of money, and don't want to pay it all at once. You know, cause he you know what it is? I think he had to pay 1.5 billion, but I think in the state where it happened, I think that he's only
entitled to a certain amount.
Exactly. Yeah, I heard some shit like, yo, the game is rigged, bro. The game is rigged.
That's how fucked up it is. It's like you both from California, but you're gonna handle the lawsuit in like Virginia. Because you know the laws, and they'll try to be on your side and shit if you do it in this state.
I mean, that's what Pepsi did.
Oh yeah, Pepsi's technically a worldwide entity.
Yeah, but Pepsi got into an argument with a guy over the Pepsi commercial. They tricked him. They said you could get a Herijet if you get like 1 million fucking
7 million.
Yeah, and
thingies.
what Pepsi did when they went to sue him, they brought the court case to New York because they said the location was in New York and they knew all their lawyers would be on their side and all the judges would be on their side.
I respect a guy that tried winning that Herijet. He took it far to fight Pepsi.
I respect his partner. His partner was a crazy son of a bitch.
Pepsi had a fucking pretty much their own military. Pepsi, remember the 349 incident?
Yeah. No, yo,
In the Philippines?
yo, all these, but that's my point. Like all these corporate people, all these, they all got some shit with them, you know. And same thing like Alex, they all got some shit with them, and it's the same thing like Kanye, they all got some shit. Why do you keep giving this nigga a place to? Why? It's not even that he's not well. He speaks a language. This is how I'm trying to interpret it. I want y'all to see his face. Look at his face right now. This is how I interpret it. Kanye West speaks a language. He speaks a language that we don't, that he can't verbalize to us. We're asking him to. We're asking him, like, yo, speak your truth. Speak this knowledge that you have. We want to know this knowledge, that this great knowledge that this person who gave us musically, who musically has, he's so impactful. He's up there with the Elvis. He's so impactful musically, but now we're asking him to speak his language. It's like asking like a, we don't know if the Kryptonians spoke fucking English. We know they spoke kryptonite, right? Or whatever they spoke over. Like, he's from another planet. You got that nigga over here trying to speak our language and give his opinions and give his and then you just keep giving him microphones. This shit about him praising Hitler and all that. Like I said, I haven't opened up an interview because I just read the tabloids and I'm just like, you know, there's a world where you could say wherever you want. There's a world. It's not this one though. It's just not this one.
No, you can say what you want. You just gotta be prepared for the consequences.
Nah, you can't say whatever the fuck you want. You cannot. There's certain lines that you can't cross because it's not fair to a group of people. You're no better or much more of a bigot of a person than the people that did bad things to your people. If you act like those people, what, you gotta act like a barbarian to beat a barbarian? Nah, like that's the point that I'm trying to arise, is that whatever his opinion is, to offend a group of people is no better than how his group of people gets offended. He's not making it any better. You have to watch what you say. You know what I'm saying? Like, and we spoke about this last week. I put the clip. You know, like, I gotta watch what I say. But to offend a whole group of people, I do it in joking manner. I'm joking. You feel me? Like, it's a joke, but it's not a joke. I did a party with a whole bunch of like Indian people, and they put their plates on the floor instead of putting it in the garbage. And then the boat smelled like curry for 4 days. See, it's funny. It's funny as fuck. But it may not be funny to some folk. But I mean it in joking manner. Kanye West is out. There's a big difference from what I just did and from what he's doing. And that's because you're forcing him to try to speak his language. Leave that man alone. Leave him alone. Now there's fucking Kyrie, who Chris Paul hit Kim too?
Yeah. You believe that?
Of course. Kim, nigga.
Kim was around. Kim was around.
You said it like weeks ago that you think Kim was the industry thought. Nigga, it's the truth is coming out. It's trickling down. Blake, what? It was Blake Griffin, right? She did Blake Griffin. Now supposedly Chris Paul,
she was married to
Chris Humphries, Kanye West,
Reggie Bush,
Reggie,
The Game, Nick Cannon,
Ray J.
It's already almost 2 handfuls of niggas. That's not even including the ones that
that we
know of.
That we know. Damn, Kim.
And she made $1 billion empire out of it.
But you know, I'm gonna tell you something. That this is telling. Let me ask you then. Does Kim K got a bad box?
No, all these niggas hit it.
Or does Kim K have a bad box, or is she just not attainable? You think she just fucks these niggas and says, "Yo, I can't fuck with you no more"?
I mean, maybe it's one of those things. I know how to get a man, but I don't know how to keep a man.
You're not, but answer why though? Is it her or them? Do they kick her to the curb after they hit it because she's fucked so many niggas, or do they? Does she kick them to the curb because her fucking tax bracket is a lot higher than the niggas she's fucking? That's the truth.
It could be both.
Could be both.
Remember, she would beat Pete Davidson too.
Yeah, but she got
that
Pete,
was just the boy toy.
Nigga, she got Pete.
Everybody got Pete.
No, but nigga, she got Pete success. As soon as Pete got one, he's in water commercials. He's in this. He's in that.
Yeah.
Yo,
his money went up.
Pete was the only nigga that did it smart, probably.
And
I'm
now
gonna
he's
hit it. I'm gonna stay with her, and I'm gonna use her name to get to places.
And now he's dating
Not to
another
say
model.
that's what we
Now
do.
he's allegedly dating another model.
But that's my Kim. We gotta have a talk one day, yo. Like, if I could have a talk with you, first off, I'm gonna ask you, do you think you got good box? And then I'm gonna ask you, can I try it?
I already knew that was coming. You would be very open to that.
Nah, and I don't mean try like I ain't tasting that shit. That's too many dicks to be known that be up in there. Yeah, that's too many. Yo, I don't understand. And I know sex is relevant. It is what it is, but that's a lot of dicks in your vajayjay for any nigga to want to eat your box. Like, but that's why I say, does she have good box or not? She must have good box. Well, maybe she don't.
I mean,
like, is box good enough to keep you?
Kanye married her.
Is box good enough to keep you? Like, will you keep fucking a chick? Will you keep coming back if she's like toxic to you?
Personally,
she don't cheat on you, but y'all argue, y'all back and forth, y'all y'all tip it, yeah, whatever. But the fucking sex is off the fucking meter. You're like fucking when you fucking sitting there drunk and you.
That's like That's like a crazy ex with good box.
China good enough to keep you there?
Me personally, no. There's more to it than just having good box. It's the person attached to that box.
You know what a nigga to tell him, right? You never had really good box.
I probably haven't.
My nigga, I had box where I wasn't even like a man box.
Man box.
I wasn't even like a man. Nah, it was like that she was giving me box, but I wasn't her man. And she would call me just to argue with me. Late night. Call me just to argue with me. And I'm like, what the fuck? She's like, if you were in my fucking house right now, I'll fuck you. I was like, fuck who? What? And I show up, and then the cycle would start over again. Toxicity. Yo, I'm telling you. That's why I said you haven't had good box. You haven't had any. Once you get, I think you'll understand what I'm going. I'm gonna hear that phone call. Yo, Gil. Yo, Gil, fuck. Nah, I gotta stop, E. I gotta say, yo, son, tell me not to go over there. She's texting me right now, son. Tell me not to go over there. And I'm gonna be like, don't go over there. Listen, look how she treats you. She treats you bad. Look how she talks to you, my nigga. Don't let her talk to you like that. Like, yo, if you're not gonna engage with her, don't go over there. Don't let her talk. All right, I'm not gonna go over there. I'm gonna go home.
I ain't gonna do all that shit.
and then I'm gonna hit you up an hour later. Yo, where you at? I'm in front of a house. We in front of a house, nigga. I thought you going. I know, I can't, son. That box though. Yo, she's standing right there on the balcony in the silhouette. I see it. Yo, I'm gonna talk to you later. Alright, nigga. I'll talk to you later. Go enjoy the box. I'm telling you, B, you haven't had it yet.
Okay, then I never had good box then.
Do you think that this is just a ploy for Kanye's album, though?
I mean, it's the most toxic rollout I've ever seen. Then, if you're trying to release an album and you're saying all this crazy shit.
No, but you don't think that? Let's say he makes a song about what he's talking about with the Jewish people and saying the praising Hitler was a little too far. I can't praise somebody that's been dead for so long and I never met them, don't know nothing about them, especially if all you know about them is that they killed a whole bunch of people. I can't say I praise a nigga. You know what I'm saying? I do find people interesting as fuck. I find Pablo Escobar interesting. That nigga blew up a fucking plane. I'm not saying I'm any better. You know what I'm saying? But I don't praise Pablo.
Like, yeah,
I don't got a
that
fucking
plane.
shrine of Pablo.
I love that plane blow up.
He sounds like, from people making it sound like that, he took it to the next level. Like, I praise Hitler.
Like that dude at the airport, that was the Heil Hitler sign at the airport, all because of something with his baggage or some shit.
It's just toxic.
Like why? Why? Why is the guy? Why is the guy go from like something that's minuscule to something extreme?
Again, my resolution to everybody in your feed right now, if there are things you don't want to understand, see, or be a part of, delete that follow. Do not follow it. Fill your feed up with what you like to make you happy. Because that's our problem too, yo. Everybody reacts.
Yep.
Everybody's so fucking reactionary. Quick. Thank God we're not the type of people that like go on Twitter all day. I
Yeah,
know niggas that be on
Twitter's
Twitter
already a
all day, bro.
Twitter's already a cesspool shit with Elon Musk.
What you mean? Elon's gonna clean that shit up.
I mean, he says he's cleaning that shit up, but it's like
Elon's gonna clean it up.
he's like, we have over 90 billion impressions. And I mean, can he?
What?
Can he?
Of course you can. You shut it the fuck down and reopen it.
I mean, the way Twitter is now. I mean, I'm hardly on Twitter as is. I just watch it mainly for, like, motivational quotes and then some of my favorite artists that I like. Like, that nigga, he only got, what, like 119 million followers worldwide following him. Anything he posts already goes viral. And supposedly he released like a Twitter thread that talked about all the fucked up shit the political parties were doing during the elections, where they were trying to get each other's sides to, you know, manipulate Twitter to change the feeds of, like, for the Democrats, like, hey, look, vote for our Democratic guy, we'll give you this money. Even Joe Biden directly was talking to the CEOs of Twitter about, like, get rid of some of this Republican shit.
Are you kidding me? When that laptop shit happened, look at how many news stations threw that shit under the table. You know, and that's also social media. Look at this shit with Hillary and fucking Trump, with all that Russian propaganda shit that just arose. Like, yo, that's why I'm telling you that it, it's up to us. I hate to sound like a fucking like we are the world type of nigga, but yo, but it's true though. Like, it's up to us. It's truly up to us to make the choice of what we digest and understand. It's up to us. I'm not saying just fucking bat an eye at crime and just let it go. But how the fuck did we even get to the point of allowing people to steal $900 worth of shit walking out of it? How do we get to the point where people are able to get bail after doing bad crimes? How do we get to the point where things started to be allowed? Was it defund the police? Was it what
Me
was it?
too.
What was it though? Why don't those things seem to be those things are logically what we need human nature to be living. Look at that shit. Remember when we had a shortage? Because
Gas shortage? Or
no, well, the gas is one thing, but we had a shortage of like stuff in the supermarkets and like ingredients because the trucks in California and the docks, the docks that were coming in with all of the stuff from China and all that shit. You know how trucks take them and they drop them off to their destination, right? California had made some crazy law that if like if you own a company and you're using private entity drivers, they have to be insured under you or some shit like that. So now all these companies froze up and everything stopped moving in excess slow. So they opened up like another dock in Florida with different laws. But yo, there was a point where we were having a shortage of shit. Shit like this should not happen. These are stupid laws. Like, these are really people trying to line their pockets. Because at the end of the day, that's all it comes down to. All it comes down to is who you feeding with your money. Who you're feeding with your money. Yo, if I'm a billionaire and I want that guy to win in party, that guy's going to win in party. No bribery, no nothing. All I gotta do is pay for the street team to walk around and
like Bad Boy in 2003.
Come on, B. Like, that's why I say this game is fucked up. Like, this game is really unfair how it's played. Why is everybody why you acting like naive? Like that's not the truth. Like, elections haven't been rigged. Like, Joe Biden isn't Walking Dead. Like, Hunter Biden isn't a fucking coke fiend that gets foot jobs and does dope. Why y'all acting like the Clintons don't kill people? Why y'all acting like Bill didn't have something to do with the fucking coke that was coming in fucking wherever he... Why y'all act like that? That's not just a fucking movie. Like, our government didn't fucking sell cocaine or sell guns to the Contra. Come on, Bay of Pigs. Come on, everybody acts as if this shit's not fucking like this shit's brand new. We've been getting played with, but since we got the internet, everybody's so reactionary to everything they see. Nothing's filtered out properly, right? Look at the beginning of COVID. How many of these fucking politicians said you take the vaccine, you'll be fine. You'll be fine. You'll live forever. You never have to worry about COVID. A couple months later, bitches are dying from blood clots. Couple months later, people that weren't even sick got things still to this day. I know people that can't taste because they got the shot. Who I got told you just did the DNA trick outside. I got told this shit right here changes our genome. I got told the vaccine changes our genome. They was like, yeah, they're introducing something to your genome that's foreign. Yo, why can't the documents for the vaccine be looked at for 75 years? That's all I'm saying.
Who said that?
They can't. It's the law. They can't look at the document. Nobody can sue them for the vaccine. Nothing like that. Here, I'll look it up right now. Yeah, keep talking.
I didn't know that because I got the 3 shots. Like, the only thing that happened to me with each one of them, but the first one was not that bad. The second one was like the worst one because it was a little more potent. Then the third one, yeah, that fucked me up for at least 2 days.
Listen, the FDA wanted court approval to have up to 75 years to publicly disclose this information in its attempts to build public support for COVID-19.
What website is this?
What? I don't know. It's at the top of the thing.
Where does it go to? Like, is this something from a reliable?
Judge Scrapp's 75-year FDA timeline to release Pfizer vaccine safety data, giving agency 8 months. So they wanted to.
So they didn't.
But the judge gave him 8 months.
All right, so for within the 8 months,
nigga, we're gonna find out that we're gonna grow lizard tails. That they knew people were dying off of blood clots. They're gonna find out so many things. What's gonna happen then? We already took the vaccines. What's gonna happen then? Why did they want 75 years? Even that judge was like, "Yo, this shit's suspect." Right? Why did they want 75 years? Because there's some really bad shit in there. And that's my point, yo. We really gotta filter out what we see, bro. It's up to us, my nigga. Nobody's gonna do it for us. No news channel's gonna give us the right news. They're gonna give what they get paid to give us. You know, no YouTuber on the internet is the best in the world at what they do because they all deal with their shit as well. We, as human beings, have an individualized choice what to see and what to look at and what to take in. And we make the poor choice to take in rotten shit. Just look at ass videos, bro.
I agree.
Right? See, I know I get them by the end of the comment.
No, I mean, you can get me all the way because it's like, I understand like where you're coming from when it comes. There's a lot of shit going on that we don't know. Like, there's things going on as we're sitting here right now that's behind the scenes waiting to like creep up on us and probably either fucking destroy us in the future or make us better. But
Putin is dying of fucking cancer.
Allegedly.
You even if he isn't, the nigga's pretty up there in age.
Yeah.
What if that nigga just says fuck it?
He's not up there in age. He's only 69.
What if he says fuck it? I'm gonna just launch the nukes. I'm out.
Did he launch the nukes?
He ain't out yet. I don't trust him.
I mean, if he launches the nukes, that's already automatically gonna lead to pretty much another world war.
You don't got
a Cold War.
What do you mean? You got a place to go?
What do you mean a place to go?
Like if he launches the nukes,
where's he gonna launch the Miller?
What?
Where is he gonna launch them to?
That's my point. Like, but we all fucked though,
like,
right?
It's like this. If he launched a nuke like in the Bronx, and then the blast
this
radius,
nigga said the Bronx,
and then the blast radius is like about 100 feet from my house. Well, I really go. I was like, okay, it's not hitting me still, so I fucking gotta leave.
Stupid.
It's like, oh, it's over there.
That radiation gonna fuck you up. Does your basement got a basement?
Nope.
This the lowest we go?
This is the lowest we can go.
Tell Pop we got to do some renovating.
Gotta run the shed, make a box.
Yeah. Oh, remember that movie? You ever seen that movie, Blast from the Past?
No.
Brendan Fraser and the woman from Clueless, the girl from Clueless, the main character, the blonde, and Brendan
Alicia
Fraser.
Silverstone?
Yeah. Blast from the Past. Never saw it.
No.
So it's like the 1960s, Cold War time, Kennedy Cold War time, and I think that's right. So a family, they think that the war's coming. A pops, a father, Christopher Walken. He thinks that the oh shit, I thought that was a rat. It's your dogs. Yo, I swear I thought it was a rat. He thinks the war's coming, so he builds an underground shelter where people can live for like 30 years because they figured after 30 years then you know the radiation would be gone if they got bombed. Just by fucking pure luck, bro. They were all in the basement because he was showing my fault. Him and his wife were in the basement. She was pregnant, right? Or she was pregnant. Yeah, she was pregnant. So he's showing her everything like, look, honey, look, we got our own vegetation. We got this. We're self-sufficient. We got cans of food. We got electricity. And then, pure coincidence, my nigga, like a F1 fucking F1 plane, um, gets knocked out the sky or some shit and actually hits their house. And they were in the shelter at the time. So what do they think naturally? The war started. So the pops is in there, locks everything up, nigga. They stay down there for 30 years, have a kid. The kid is Brendan Fraser. So all he knows is living in down there. And the reruns of shows, you know, but he's really smart because his father's a physicist and his mom's this. So he's super smart, but he don't know nothing about the real world. And he goes, they're running out of like supplies. So he's like, yo, son, you gotta go up there. You gotta go get stuff. And he goes up there and the movie begins. He basically, as a 30-something-year-old man, figures out how to
Live life in the real world.
And what's sick is the sick part about it is they think that the world is filled with like Russian spies or was taken over. The parents don't know. So they send the kid up there with a mission, yo, go get this much supplies. And they give him baseball cards from like the 19 something as his currency. So he goes, you know, he gets his money and he gets his girl to help. And the girl, she's like, she don't get it. All he says is, I'm trying to get I need food and supplies for starving people in a shelter. So he's telling people, but it's his parents. You know what I'm saying? And then I guess finally, you know, you'll see the movie. It's called Blast from the Past. You'll like it. It's a great movie. It's a great movie. He fucking finally gets him out. You know, he learns how to live life as a 30-year-old man already.
In the modern world, like
In
30 years later.
Not even, yeah, because he only knows the world his parents gave him.
And it's like, oh shit, it's people.
It's people.
You gotta learn to talk. You gotta learn to drive. You don't know none of that shit.
His etiquette was good. It was just different. He just didn't know how to carry himself. He's so stiff, you know. When you don't be around,
when it's just your mom and dad and nobody else, what the fuck you gonna do?
Nothing.
There's no games, man. Video games you missed out on. Shit. You go from Pong, you wake up, and you playing Modern Warfare 2.
Yeah, nah, it's true.
I was like, what the fuck is this?
True.
I'll be scared.
I think about that shit all the time.
You virtual reality helmets or what?
Oh, yo, if I genuinely had money and I had a way to sustain money coming in and money going out, like genuinely, like you know how people pay for charities, that's cool, as well. That's cool, pay for charities, but I would like to really be hands on. I would much rather prefer to be hands on, like take a poor village or a poor group of people and you know you give them all like an option, you know, like you guys want to work trying to build this small town, what can you do? So you give them more pieces of paper and and you sit there and you be like, all right, this woman makes clothes, all right, she can take care of all the linen for everybody that's gonna be oh, this guy's a chef, all right, this guy could make the food for the mess hall, and oh, this guy's these are all construction workers. All right, so I'm gonna talk to these niggas and all that, and then you set them up. You set them up in a town or in a place, right, that they could build. They build this stuff. You come in, you bring your inspectors, whoever's below you to make sure you check on it, and then you go to another spot that's poor. You go to another spot that's poor, low education. Because education is a big part of life and living. You need to know your ABCs and how to count. But at the same time, son, I know a lot of carpenters that can't even speak good anything. Fuck good English. Fuck good Spanish. I know a lot of carpenters that go, "Ugh." They talk like this. But he'll fuck your rug up right now. He'll get this whole room done in under 2-3 hours. But he can't talk that good. He just can't talk that good. He's fucked up. You know, not everybody has to be educated in a educational sense to have some type of genius on them. And I think that's where we lack. If a person don't got money, they're not up to the standard. If a person ain't wearing Nikes, they ain't up to the standard. Oh, you ain't got a computer? Oh, you ain't got an iPhone 12? Oh, you ain't got a this? You ain't got you're not technologically inclined. And that's not the truth. Those people right there that didn't have education, they excel in other areas that we can't even imagine. Nigga, I know drunk Mexicans, bro. Could barely stand, but he could build you a house. He could barely stand after 5 o'clock. Before 5 o'clock, he could build you a house. It's just that we don't value people's talents like we should. We figure if they don't value their own talents, it's your problem. If you don't do what you got to do to go shine to the rest of the world, then you didn't do your job. And that's not true. I really feel like there's a place for everybody. And we need to stop being so unopen to the people that aren't on our level. Just because their level just might be different. Yo, when I got a 3D printer, right? And since I've been doing these 3D prints and looking at these tutorials and interviews and all this shit, yo, these niggas have a different level of genius to understand what something's gonna look like 11 hours later. And I know it's a lot of trial and error, but that's the genius. Feel me? Somebody put in the work of trial and error to get there. Somebody put in that work of trial and error to be that what you can't be, what I can't be. You put in those hours of yo-yoing to do what other people can't do. You know, but it don't get noticed because I think that the people in power and all this shit, yeah, yo, they do it wrong. Like if I had money for charity, bro, I would definitely do it right. I wouldn't just give money to people. It's not how you do it. You make them self-sufficient. You get their tools, you say, bring them over here. Let's go build something that's worth value. Now, y'all want to stay here, live here? You want to keep building things worth value? You know what? What are we doing this for, yo-yos? For other people to live and feel good about themselves?
Yes.
Oh, that's a great fucking feeling, huh? I think right there, that's what religion should have been based on. Not worship. Fucking worship a guy in the sky that's not even here. It's been dead for millions of years because a book said so. Yo, that shit's fucking awkward. Worship what's real. Us as human beings, we're here in real time. People suffering, people hurt, is here in real time. People having no direction with their lives is here in real time.
It's time.
And we be having options to fix it, but we don't. We rather look at fucking the shit that makes us fucking mad and uncontent.
This is the death of me. The death of all society. It started with this shit. Mind you, at one point, this was a luxury. Now it's used as everything because at one point, phones...
At one point, that shit was a brick.
Yes. At one point, it was just fucking, oh, let's just talk to each other. Now it's like you could do everything. Play games. Fucking talk to everybody else in the world besides the person you want to call. You could do mobile. You could talk to 4 or 5 people at the same time now.
Yeah.
You got business meetings on your phone.
That's what I said. It's a beautiful thing. But it's what we...
Imagine caveman had this technology right now? Shit.
Bro, there's no reason. Think what you just said. There's no reason why there's places and towns that don't have access to this. There should be a screen. There should be a campaign for a screen all around the world. And when I say that, these screens should be providing these people with some type of direction on what to do. Whether it's educational, whether it's get smart. There should be a screen where people can access knowledge. Not just a library. There should be a screen all around the world. And I don't believe I'm saying that. But not having a screen, it sucks that, there's still people that live butt naked. I've been watching the best food show, whatever, and I see these African
Best
tribes.
food review.
I see these African tribes, and I get it. That's what they come from. Maybe that's how they want to live. But I guarantee not all of them want to live like that. I guarantee not all of them want to be butt naked outdoors where no laws. I guarantee a lot of those women don't want to live like that. I guarantee a lot of those men want to fucking drive Benzes and put some pants on when it's cold and not sleep in the dirt. They do this because this is their way of life, because it's the only thing they know. But we didn't give them no option.
Like the Latter-day Saints and shit.
I hate that shit. I hate that shit. And I'm not judging them. I'm just saying it makes me sad. That shit makes me sad. It's like, I feel like they weren't given equal opportunity like me. It makes me appreciate my grandparents, my mom, my dad. Because if this is the opportunity that I got to be thinking like this and push forward toward things like that, then that's because I was gifted it. Because I could watch YouTube and watch. This dude is worth $1 million doing food shows, and he's in Africa with these people that are butt naked eating monkey. I don't know if you guys really reel it in, unless you see it for yourself.
Right. Eating monkeys.
They're us. They're us. They're our cousins. The people are us, and the monkeys are our cousins. So we eat our cousins. For me,
We're cannibals.
No, it bothered me, bro, because I'm like, damn, these people could be eating some chicken or something.
They don't got chicken.
My point, it's that not that they don't have chicken. They were never taught how to. They did have chickens though. They had all that shit. No, they didn't. They were nomad people. Let me rephrase that. The reason that they hunt like that is because they were nomad people. So they travel wherever their food goes. He literally caught the monkey out the tree and was eating it raw, and that's what had me more unhinged. Like, it's raw. You don't even cook it.
Now, you can cook this, right?
And they did cook some, but
like fire was invented. That was like one of the first inventions of mankind was fire next to the wheel.
It's just, and like I said, I just find it sick that there's still places in the world that, and maybe one place I'll leave alone, Sentinel Island. You know about Sentinel Island?
Don't they try to go there and anybody tries to go in there?
Yeah. Like a priest had went over there. He tried to get all the people to convert, and it fucked up. And I think they ate the priest or some shit. It's like off the Indian Ocean or some shit. Like Sentinel Island. That's the one place. Fine, leave them people alone. They obviously don't want to be tampered with. But I think that if you ask, and even them, yo, the only reason I say they don't want to be tampered with is because they've been alone for so long that they don't speak our language. We don't know what language. There'd be no form of communication with them. They're alien to us. Like, with human beings and people, you see somebody, he can point to something, and they're so savage to anybody that comes to their island, they won't even give us the time of day to have conversation with them.
Until the military comes.
I don't think the military ever will. It'll be a
call you go.
There'd be no reason
nuclear bomb, boom.
There'd be no reason for an accident, a nuclear bomb on accident, on purpose, a purpose accident.
Purpose accident.
I could see that. I could see a purpose accident killing all those people.
Like, oh, I'm just flying over this island here.
You know what the sick shit is? Is that if nobody reported it, we wouldn't even know.
They'd be like, oh no, the bomb's falling perfectly on that island.
Oh my god. I can see that. I can see them doing that. They used to. My grandparents told me they used to do that shit in Puerto Rico. They used to test bombs over there.
Oh yeah, they do. They tested bombs in Puerto Rico.
That's why I came out like this.
You weren't born in no fucking bomb site.
Yeah, but my grandparents could have been, and they got some of the radiation, and they got off on their seeds.
My grandma, she was born in Harlem. She was born and raised in Harlem. No, she was born. No, sorry, I lied.
Born in Puerto Rico.
Born in Puerto Rico, but raised in Harlem.
Yeah, my grandma was born in Puerto Rico. My great grandma was born in Puerto Rico. My father was born in Puerto Rico.
My grandfather was adopted, but he was born in Queens.
My other grandfather was born in Puerto Rico. I think it's just my mom and my cousin, my uncles.
And he had an older brother, passed long before he did. That was a track and field star, pretty much. He would always do track and fields up until the day he died. All he did was do like triathlons, fucking 2K, 4K, 5K runs. He loved running.
That's that shit in us though. Like my man said my last name is native to Puerto Rico. And he was like Serrano, your last name is native. I was like, where? He was like, yeah, dude, you should look back at your shit and see how far your shit goes. Cause I might
That's
be.
what she said.
Yeah, she did. Walk us out, Rich. Hour and a half.
Hour and a half. Wow.
Nah, hour and 3 minutes.
Well, again,
You got any plans coming up? Any shows or anything?
Yeah, I do have a show, but it ain't for a while. Wow, it ain't until like December
Shout out
20.
your fucking OnlyFans.
Shut up. I do have an OnlyFans.
Ah!
It still only has the one video and a couple of nudes, so you want to check it out.
I think I know what you should do on OnlyFans though. Honestly, since
Yo-Yo chicks naked.
No. Besides yo, I'm giving
Just
gems.
picture on my dick.
No, I'm giving gems. No, I'm giving gems. You don't even have to go that far. You don't have to go that far.
I feel I should go there.
Treat your OnlyFans as a personal blog. So if people really want to know about you and your opinion about stuff, put it there. See, like I was thinking the other day, not everything is for the like I said myself. You know, I don't want to see half the shit. So not everything's for the internet, but there's a place for it. For example, you made a video a couple weeks ago, right? And that video's privately somewhere in a cloud, right?
Mhm.
I think your OnlyFans would be a home for videos like that. Where if people really want the personal side of you and what's your real personal opinion, like even if talking about pussy, talking about ass, talking about your mom, talking about your dad.
Then
Wow, I just went left and right field.
But even then, it would be like,
No.
what if it goes viral?
How can it go viral? They're paying for it behind a paywall. It's not theirs to own. They can't legally post you. If they do that, you can sue them. That's the point of the paywall and the point of OnlyFans.
I can't do it right now because I haven't built an audience.
Nigga, that's how you build the audience. You
guys talk about a lot of free shit before.
No. The way you build the audience, right? The way you build the audience is you give them a 1 minute snippet. And right before that 1 minute snippet was about to end, you was really about to get into somebody's ass. Or really about to get into some spicy shit. And then it ends. For more, subscribe to the Patreon. And then when it says for more, subscribe to the Patreon, they're going to want to find out what the fuck you were going to say. That's how you do it, nigga.
So do like a snippet?
Yeah, just do 1 minute snippets and then put the real juicy shit on your fucking OnlyFans. I mean, since you don't want, like being naked's your choice, but put it on a Patreon. Patreon for sure, because you don't have to be naked. No obligation there. You know what I'm saying? But like, if you wanted to include that, where at the end of every opinion you give, you just fucking throw your shirt off and you yo-yo with the light up yo-yo and shit, just for the fact of OnlyFans and this is what y'all came to see. But you don't have to. I think your opinion to get paid for more because I see that that's what niggas pay to do. Hate. They pay to hate and they pay for a reason to do it. You'll get somebody that's hating on you, but he'll pay you that money just to see your opinion. Just to be more mad at what you're going to say. Look at this fucking idiot. Look at this fucking idiot. No, you're the idiot paying for my opinion, dick. See what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get you, man.
Think things are home.
All right, we're gonna
Yep.
We're gonna definitely work all that out. But again, thank you to everybody that tuned in. Please like and subscribe. You already know what it is. I got a lot of dope things coming for 2023. This year's already almost up. Like this is just the beginning. You know, we're gonna definitely get more advanced, not only with the podcast, but you know, with the whole branding of everything when pigs fly, everything. You know, of course with the Fuma Lab and everything. It's gonna be amazing, and I can't wait for you all to see it. So, thank you guys for watching. Peace, love, and yo-yos to you all. And I'm gay. Gay as fuck.
I am not gay with him. I'm not gay with him. Okay, I'm not gay with him.